Good afternoon, YouTube family. So, today's job. Are we both plugged in? Let's see here. Let's get this plugged in. We are going to, let's see what's in here. I think this is the blend. So, sorry, we are going to be smoking our paprika peppers. Put this lid down. And I'm doing that on the old Pit Boss. We'll get that to a smoke. Meanwhile, I have picked all of the paprika peppers. We're going to take those inside, get them washed up, cut, sliced, de-seeded, and onto the Pit Boss to smoke. So we're going to let that heat up. We'll turn it down to a smoke, and hopefully we'll have enough to go put onto the smoker. Alright, so we've taken them into the kitchen and filled up the sink, and I have agitated these a couple times and drained and refilled, and so now I'm gonna get some over to the cutting board. All right, so here I am using my Pioneer Woman knife set again. I'm gonna just cut the tops off. And we will slit them. All right, so we're gonna just slit them in half lengthwise. Okay, we will end up de-seeding these, and then we will stick them out on the barbecue to smoke. Okay, so we're just gonna take the peppers and scrape the seeds out. Might be easier with just my fingers. Paprika peppers are not a hot pepper, so I'm not concerned with touching the pepper with no gloves. And we will just do this with all of them. I am actually saving many of our seeds from this year's garden so that I don't have to ever buy seeds again unless I'm trying to grow something I have not grown before. And then we will be doing this same process again for that year. So anyway, we will keep doing this until all of these are done, which is going to take me quite some time. There are quite a few peppers. So we will wait for the barbecue to get up to heat. I will go scrub the grill. I'm not sure if I'm going to put them directly on the grill or if I'm going to put them in, you know what? I think I might have a better idea of doing this, because look at them all getting on my hands. They're sticking to my hands. Hang tight. All right, it's been heating up. Whoop. It's been heating up, so I'm gonna get this. I'm truly only doing this to clean it up a bit because, all right, we've turned it down to smoke. We're gonna let that drop temp. Probably it'll be around 150 to 180, and then we'll throw them on. Anyway, I just kind of wanted to clear some of the muck off of there. Okay, so just to get it started, this is my roasting rack that my mom and dad got me, and we are gonna go ahead and get these started on the smoker. Whew, it's still registering pretty hot, but it should continue to drop. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. We're gonna smoke it for a couple hours, maybe 3 or 4. We'll see. Got some more clean, so I figured I'd bring them out here. And we'll look, we are at 180. So I knew it would take a little bit of time to drop, but there we go. We'll just let it keep going. I just went and took these off of the barbecue. I forgot to grab my phone when I did so, but you don't need to see me grabbing it off the barbecue. So these have smoked for about 3 hours now, and oh, they smell amazing. And so here I've taken some that I didn't smoke and put it into my KitchenAid food processor. I'm going to remove most of this, and then I'm going to add these, and then we'll be coming back. Hang on. And now I am putting into the smoked ones going in the food processor. These are racks from my dehydrator, and these are silicone mats that I use for my fruit leather, but today I'm going to use it for the paprika peppers. So I'm going to smear them out, probably about, I don't know, 1/4 inch thick, and we'll see how that goes. This is the first time I've done peppers this way, so we'll see how it goes. Plop some down on here, and now we're just going to basically smooth it out. Whoops, sorry. Wasn't even there. So we're just going to smooth it out all the way to the edges because this won't run anywhere. So I can basically get it as far out to the edges as I can. And not too thick. we're gonna do. I have 3 of these, so let's hope that that is enough to get the job done. And we'll bring you back later. Okay, there's the first one. Okay, so there's 3 trays, and we're gonna go ahead and it is turned on. Go to what in the world is happening? Whoops, I accidentally hit it twice. That's what is happening. I don't know. Let's see. I'll check it at like 12 hours, 8 hours. I don't know. We're gonna stay low and go 125 and keep it at that. Close this door. All right, so I allowed the peppers to go for the full 20 hours that I had it set for. So now I am taking them out, and I'll show you what I'm doing. So I've laid down a piece of parchment paper, and I've taken the silicone off of the grates, and I'm just gonna literally pull back the silicone and let it drop off. There's a big piece. We will take it to the spice grinder. Well, actually, sorry. I'm going to put it all into a Ziploc baggie and crunch it all up. And then from there, I will pour it into the spice grinder little by little. And I'll show you that process. Okay, guys. So we have all of the paprika smoked and dehydrated in this gallon Ziploc. I have my Cuisinart spice grinder. Inside this, you will see, do you see that line down there? So that's as far as they suggest you filling it up with your spices. So that is what we are going to do. So it's going to be a process of grinding all of this down to a fine powder. So all right, so I'm just going to take a small measuring cup and, all right, that's probably good. And then you put the lid on it and you just push down on the lid. I like to do small bursts and not for very long because I don't want the motor to just really get used up too long. But look at that. Oh, I got to wait for the particles to stop. You see that? All right, so this is an old jar of smoked paprika that I had, and this is actually from my very first harvest of paprika peppers, and as you can see, I'm getting low. So we will just continue to fill this up, but what I'm gonna do is pour this out into a jar so that we can put this in the top. Although we might end up filling this up, so I might have to just put it into another contraption. So, all right, so I've added a funnel to the top. We're just gonna undo this and pour it in. And we will just keep doing this until we are done. What are you guys up to today? If you guys have any suggestions for videos that you'd like to learn about or know how I do here on the hobby farm, let me know. I have some eggs incubating right now that will be our a new batch of laying hens, as well as whatever roosters we end up will be meat in our freezer, and possibly saving one for breeding stock, depending on what he looks like when he gets older. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and continue doing this, and I'll bring you back when we're done to show you how much we ended up with, okay? All right, there it is. There it is. We filled a little over half of this bottle. That's awesome. So when we add the other stuff in, it should be pretty much a full jar.